Well, while I'm figuring this out, I'll go ahead and put the trailer we saw at E3, which was dope as hell. Like, you guys saw the reaction video. I was hype as hell. I kind of had to tone it down a bit because I had some company. I had my little cousin over, and I definitely would have made a video on the gameplay because he was there. So let's see, where did I put it? There it is. Okay, and then I'm gonna take away the slideshow, and then the music for sure. So just the trailer itself was dope as hell. I meant to grab the English one, but this was fine for now. Yeah, just look how good the freaking cutscenes are and stuff. But yeah, this game is still getting pre-ordered from me. I think that I think this game pretty much, the way it looks exactly how I wanted it to be. There's still some things that I'm gonna go over in just a bit that I'm kind of weary about and I'm kind of worried about, but I don't know. Do you think that they might go past the Frieza saga? Yeah, I think so. And when I play the trailer or the gameplay, I'm gonna show you guys where they basically hinted that it will go past the Frieza saga. So I do think it will go past I think it will go past the Frieza saga into Cell and possibly Boo. Super, I think, is out of the question. That may be like another game if they decide to make a Kakarot 2 or something like that, but I think Super is pretty much out of the question now. Let's see. So that was the vid. That was fast. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the actual gameplay. This is IGN's video, so I might get
Welcome back to IGN
copyrighted or something. But yeah, this is actually IGN's video.
Dragon Ball Project Z is what it was called a while back when it was first revealed. We have the full name now. It is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It is an action RPG about the life and times of the wonderful Goku. Joining me now,
I don't think they're going back
from Bandai Namco,
that far.
Mikey Mac, who is translating.
Personally, don't know if it's honestly worth it.
It's a story game about Dragon Ball Z.
Why do you think that, Jay?
There have been a few of those. Can you tell me a little bit about what sets this apart from the previous Dragon Ball action games?
What's your reasoning behind that, Jay?
まあ、いくつかこう悟空が中心になっているストーリーのゲームっていうのは多分過去にあったんですけど、それとこのゲームを差別化するっていう要素っていうのは何だと思いますか？
In my opinion, even though I am a big Dragon Ball fan, as you guys know,
いろいろあるんですけ
I
れど
think
も、
this probably be one of the
大き
best
く特徴を挙げると
Dragon
し
Ball,
て
well, not even just
あ
Dragon
りま
Ball,
す。
just anime
で、ま
games
ず一
period
つは
that
です
we've
ね、やは
had
り
in
圧倒
a while
的な
because
ボリュームでのストーリーの追
hold
体
on,
験に
let
なっ
me
ています。
lower their volume down.
I think there's three distinct elements, and of course, as you mentioned, there's been a lot of Dragon Ball games in the past, a lot of different interpretations of it. The very first thing I would like to mention, though,
Yeah, I think this is just gonna be one of the best anime games we had in a while, period. Not just Dragon Ball. But I know everybody has their reasons. Some people don't like it just because it didn't have online. Some people don't like it because it's not going to have super. Some people don't like it because it doesn't have created characters. And in my opinion, I don't think games... I know we've been spoiled with stuff like that. The past couple anime games, some sucked, even though they did have that stuff in it. But in my opinion, a good story, just only story mode game is fine with me. Like you don't need everything to have online capabilities. That's just me though. I bet Dragon Ball Z Kakarot will surpass One Piece World. Yeah, honestly, I didn't like One Piece World Seeker. I thought I expected it to be more. I think One Piece World Seeker probably is the best or one of the best One Piece games. But when you compare it to other games, it's not that good. At least it wasn't to me, and I didn't even like finish it because I got bored with it.
サイバーコネクト2さんは過去そのナルトシリーズであったり、アッシュアズラスでいろいろ多分こうドラゴンボールみたいなゲームを作った経験あると思うんですけど、
So
それの経験を生かして、ここでどういうものを
as you can see, I know a lot of guys. You guys are probably already seen some of your YouTubers or other people post videos of this, but I wanted to see it all the way through for myself, and it looks like he's accepting like a mission or something.
So of course at CyberConnect 2,
So what I was noticing, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think this game isn't completely open world. As you can see, it is open, but when you think about the whole Dragon Ball world, how big Earth is on the anime, I don't think they're gonna go over every single part. I think what it is, it's gonna have like 4 or 5 large parts put together in the map, if that makes sense. Like there's gonna be kind of like how it is right now. They're in like a mountainous area. I'm thinking there's gonna be like a mountain area, like a ice mountain area or something like that, and then like a wildlands. I don't know. I think it's gonna be something like that rather than you're like flying over the mountains and then over the course of time you see a couple different things and then you see Goku's house and you see. I think the map is actually gonna be a lot smaller than we think it is, even though this does look huge. Kind of like basically what I'm saying is I think they're gonna stitch together worlds instead of like we're on Earth right now. He's on Earth right now. I don't think it's gonna just make us go to the Namek area. I think in the map there's gonna be like a Namek section that's stitched together with the Earth parts of the world. If you know what I mean, like different sagas, they're gonna have us. Like right now we're in the Saiyan saga, so Saiyan saga is in that like mountainous area most of the time. And then the Frieza saga is gonna be in Namek, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a Stitch Namek-ish world in the whole world in the whole Kakarot world. If you guys kind of get where I'm going at, let me know. Let me know, or am I just confusing you? And then Cell Saga, if they add Cell Saga, but I think they will. They'll have like the Cell Arena area kind of stitched together with all the other parts of the world. That's what I think. But if I'm confusing you guys, let me know.
どうしてもですね、オープンワールドにしてしまうと、何らかの形で原作に対して嘘をつくことになってしまうんですね。
So I want to first begin by saying it's really hard to
So just
quantify
when I'm looking at it, like everything is just beautiful. CyberConnect 2 did a good job with cell shade and everything, and that's not a surprise because they did really well graphic-wise with Storm.
We wanted to stay very true to the Dragon Ball Z universe, and if we were to make it a fully open world game, we would have to kind of lie and blur the boundaries between the different zones or areas in that. So we wanted to kind of really recreate that experience in the best possible.
The way how Piccolo is like flying next to you the whole time. That's pretty dope. And also, I heard that kind of in the trailer, it shows like there's a characters option. So it's a possibility that we'll be able to play with other characters other than Goku, which would be pretty dope. Now this right here, this is weird as hell. I don't know why they did this. So Goku just randomly had a tail, his old dismembered tail in his pocket, puts it back in his ass, and starts fishing with it. I don't know where they got this from or why they decided to do that, but this is the weirdest thing I think I saw from this game. And I don't like it. To be honest, I don't like it. I mean, it's cool, I guess. It's a unique way to go fishing in the game, but I don't like how they did that.
Will it extend to Super?
So, and another gripe, because I'm not only going to talk about good things about the game. The way he moves kind of is clunky in a way, as you can like when he jumps, it's kind of like a jerk type of jump, and then he just fucking bum rushes the deer to kill him, which is weird. But yeah, just the movements I can tell, just a tad bit clunky.
So that the
The
implication
fishing is whack. But those are only two things that I've seen so far that I don't like. Everything else is solid.
どこも登場したキャラクターが大人になったこと一緒にコミュニケーションを取るといったようなシーンは今回用意しています。
But again,
Party HP has been recovered, so Piccolo has his own HP. Is that what I'm?
Was interacting with.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Goku. There are going to be, of course, a lot of Easter eggs scattered throughout this story.
I love this. We've got Piccolo flying here on the side. Clearly, this is very much Goku's game. But the problem with so much of Z is that he's sort of.
Oh yeah, Jay. If you're still watching, why don't you think it's worth it?
For several episodes, do you sort of account for all the times when Goku?
I would like to know your reasoning why.
On other characters' roles?
皆さん多分知ってるの通り、ドラゴンボール Z のストーリーの中では結構悟空宇宙のどこかで打定してたり。
So I like the detail they put into Goku's hair while he's flying, and then when he's flying really fast, I like the little aura around him. I think it looks dope.
違うキャラクターに関してはですね、ちょっと現時点では詳細お答えできないんですけれども、ドラゴンボール Z は物語を追体験することに、とにかく注力をしているので、その点ではファンの方々を深くさせるようなことはないようなゲームの作りにはしています。
In terms of can the player get behind the control and actually play as another character, I can't reveal anything at this moment. But
yeah, just look at this. Like this is like this game is beautiful as hell.
Very true to the Dragon Ball Z experience. So, if you picked up
and one thing, just another small thing that I think they need to do is make sure when they make the full game or when they finish the game, they need to fill in the gaps with I guess more wildlife, more people, just to make it feel like it's not empty. I know that was a big reason why I didn't like One Piece World Seeker. I felt like it was I just felt like it wasn't alive. Like I just felt like the world was just dead in my opinion. This and Cyberpunk will definitely be my games of the year for sure. But there's still a lot. Like 2020 is gonna be crazy. 2020, I'm gonna spend like over $1,000 on video games and like the new consoles that are gonna be coming out. But yeah, Project Z and Cyberpunk were the best games in my opinion that were shown during E3. And I think this was when they start fighting Raditz. I saw like a clip on Twitter. There's like a boss fight, which is pretty dope.
That is the foundation, and as we kind of teased a little earlier, you saw Hachan 8 in action. So there are going to be a lot of elements.
Okay, so Piccolo is helping you, which is pretty dope. Okay, this is hard. This is hard.
Great. Well, we saw in the during the Xbox conference, the trailer kind of spoiled Frieza's fate a little bit. But
hold on, let me try and
will this go beyond the Frieza
turn the
saga?
volume up. I know they're going to be talking most of the time though. It's just going to be.
そのフリーザのストーリーラインはちょっとネタバレになってしまった。
So I like how it looks like the weight of the punches. Like I feel like you could feel them in the game. Surge. Okay, so looks like a team attack. Okay, so Kamehameha and then go, and then I'm guessing he's using light grenade or something like that. So that's pretty cool. So you can do a team attack.
Going back to what I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a very immersive and fun experience for the fans, and we promise not to let them down.
I have one final question.
Cyberpunk for sure.
Goku flying around like he does, but also riding on the.
Oh, so Jay, you still are in here. So tell me why don't you think it's worth it?
What's the advantage to riding the cloud if he can fly normally?
Like honestly, I think out of all the previous anime games that came out, this is gonna be we finally gonna get a good one. Because Shinobi Striker was ass. I mean, people still play it. It's like it had a lot of potential, but they didn't they didn't live up to the potential that it had. My Hero One's Justice was just a sad excuse for a first game. Black Clover, I heard, was actually decent, but it just got overshadowed by Shinobi Striker because both the games were super similar.
Of this game is the Goku experience. So I think
Seven Deadly Sins, if you watch Seven Deadly Sins, that game was trash last year too.
In the body of Goku, so of course we saw him
but yeah, it was just sad anime game after
eating
sad
burgers
anime game
while
after
he's
sad
flying
anime game
around.
last year.
Eating is a big part of Goku's.
The only good one was Fighters, but not everybody played Fighters because it was a 2D fighting game. And I made a video on this. Like, Bandai, when it comes to Dragon Ball games, they just they put a lot of time into it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is with some of the other okay, that move is dope. But I don't know what the problem is when they're making or they're putting money towards other anime games. Like, they don't care, but when it comes to Dragon Ball, they try their absolute best to make it the best game ever.
But it goes way deeper. In particular,
guarding recovery items.
Of course, will
okay, that's pretty dope.
Affect Goku's power, and it's a part of the core game cycle. How you manage the eating elements of the game.
That's awesome. That's the Saiyan appetite is a big part of that.
Yo, like,
well, I'm dying to
the
see
boss
this.
fights
really,
on here
hope that you include
are nice as hell.
And
Okay, so after Raditz is done doing whatever that was, I think it was Surge mode or something like that. Okay, and I think that's the end of the trailer. I'm just gonna loop it, and do it again, and then catch some things that I missed because I was talking. And then once I do that, I'm gonna be done with the video. I just wanted to do just a really quick video because I didn't get to talk about it yesterday because I had company.
Well, I'm dying to hear more about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Thank you for breaking things down. Dragon Ball is one of my favorite things.
Just gonna restart that again, and I want to know what you guys think. Like, for real, I want to know what you guys are thinking about the game. Well, bro, it's a copy and paste of every other Dragon Ball Z game. Yes, they changed art style, mechanics, but overall, it's all the same. As big as an DBZ fan I am, bro, I'm a bit concerned about it. The thing when you talk about that, when you say it's a copy and paste, you can say the same thing about Shinobi Striker, or the same thing about Naruto. Sure, Shinobi Striker was They finally decided to make something different, but every previous Naruto game after that was literally, now that is a copy and paste. All the Storm games were literally the same game with just new characters. So if any big Naruto fans that say that about this game, I just point them to point out that Naruto did the same thing. They got away with releasing literally the same game like 8 years in a row. And I don't know why people don't remember that Xenoverse 2 actually wasn't like the legit story all over again. They actually created their own storyline. So Fighters was an original story too. So I don't know why people in the Dragon Ball community complain, saying that it's literally been the same thing. But the last three games they released were original stories. Fighters had Android 21, and that was an original story, even though it sucked. Xenoverse 2, sure, they went back into some of the older. They went back into the storyline, but they changed the outcomes of everything, which made it new. And then Toe and Mirror were the villains in that game. So Xenoverse 1 and 2 original stories too. So honestly,
there's going to be a lot of firsts.
The last time a Dragon Ball game, Ultimate Tenkaichi, I think was different too. So it's been years ago. People are just years. It was years ago since they just went over the storyline again. So just because Dragon Ball's been around a lot doesn't mean the game was the exact same thing.
CyberConnect 2 has worked a great deal on.
As long as there's nothing like Jump Force.
Playing an episode of Dragon Ball.
Hey, Kiwan, if this game turns out to be as disappointing as Jump Force, I think I'm done with anime games, honestly, because that game was so disappointing. Some people still play it, but for me, it was the worst, one of the worst anime games I played. Also, I'm talking about this game compared to old Dragon Ball Z games I used to play. It is a redo of the older ones, but that was years ago. I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't like when people, or what I've been seeing on Twitter, is either they say it's a copy, kind of like what you're saying, but like I said, we haven't had a copy of the storyline, the exact storyline, since the PS3, since the last gen.
the sort of
and
cel-shaded
people are saying they don't like it because it doesn't have co-op, doesn't have multiplayer, it doesn't have creative character. And when I like I said earlier in the stream, that doesn't mean having those things doesn't mean the game's gonna be good, because freaking Shinobi Striker has one of the worst creative character systems in my opinion, because all they did was copy and paste and all the clothing items and a lot of the moves end up being the same. The combat is pretty cool though. Shinobi Striker combat is pretty cool. The gameplay is pretty fun. Or it was fun. My Hero trash. I already went over these games, but I just don't like when people say it's a copy. Yes, it's a copy, but it's not like we got the same exact storyline the past few years. Like I think 2014 or 2015 was the last time we got an exact copy of the storyline, and it's 2019 now. So that's just me though. That's just me. I respect everybody's opinion.
Those dynamic shifts and expressions in the character's emotion. I think the emotion really comes to the surface in this game. So I think the fans.
Yo, what's up, Shino, bro? Thanks for tuning in, bro. You kind of caught. You're kind of catching the mid to end of the stream. Right now, we're just talking about Project Z, or not Project Z, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I don't know why they came up with that name. I know the game is about Goku, but I think they could have done a better job with the name. So what do you think about the game so far? I'm excited to play the original story again. Been a while. Exactly. Like we haven't had the original storyline in years. I don't understand. I don't understand when I see people on Twitter complaining about we're seeing the same exact thing when it's been 5+ years since we've seen an original storyline, the original storyline in a game again.
But in terms of, I think the question on your mind is going to be: is this
so
an open world?
I don't mind it. I don't mind them revisiting it.
Truly open world experience, and part of that reasoning is
in this game.
We wanted to stay very true.
Honestly, like look at this. This is like beautiful as hell.
Or to make it a fully open world game, we would have to kind of lie and blur the boundaries between the different areas in that world. So we wanted to kind of really recreate that experience in the truest sense possible.
Never mind. But so yeah, there's a good chance. I'm hearing there's a good chance that there will be different characters, or you can play as different characters in the game, which is pretty dope. I know here pretty soon after they get done with this freaking tail butt fishing. Once they get done with this, they're gonna pull up some menu. They're gonna pull up the pause menu, and it's gonna have like a section where it says characters on it. So that leads me to believe that you can play, depending on the saga. I'm thinking it's gonna be like, we're playing the Saiyan saga right now, right? Maybe there's a chance that we get to play as Krillin or Piccolo or Tien or something like that when they're fighting Nappa, or maybe in the Frieza saga you can use Gohan, Vegeta, or something like that. So I think that'd be pretty dope. Or that could just mean that we can swap out the different support characters or something. So I don't know. We'll see. We still got a freaking whole year until this game drops, which sucks.
Life and times just in Z? Will it extend to Super?
Honestly, it's finally something different than Xenoverse. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like Xenoverse 1 and 2 and Fighters all had original storylines, and Ultimate Tenkaichi also had an original storyline. So yeah, I think it's due time to just revisit it again. So
I think.
So I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
You know, the implication is we're going to be following Goku's experience.
I think it is due time.
Mainly the Z franchise.
But you know what sucks? I'm gonna do a video on this pretty soon. What really sucks is I expected to see the next Naruto game at E3, but apparently the next Naruto game is gonna be a PC/mobile game. So and when I saw mobile, I was like, this game isn't going to be all that, and that sucks, because I actually wanted to, I was actually looking forward to seeing what the next Naruto game was. But it's looking like it's going to be a mobile game, and so is the next My Hero game. The next My Hero game is going to be a mobile game as well. But that actually looks pretty cool, though. I don't know if you guys seen some of the My Hero My Hero
まあ
screenshots from the
皆
next
さんも多
mobile
分知っ
game.
てる
So
通り、ドラゴンボール
it
Z
looks
の
dope. It
ス
looks
トーリ
like
ー
a
の中では結
open
構
world
悟空
game.
が
I don't know how
まあ
big
宇
it can
宙ど
get
こか
with it
で
being a
飛
mobile
び立
game,
てして
but
た
it looked
り、
pretty
まあ、
dope.
死んでたり、ス
But
トーリーから外れてしまう部分
sucks
があ
it's
るん
not
で、
a
そういった時
console
の
game.
ストーリーがこの世界の中ではどういうふうに演出されるのか、違うキャラクターで経験できるのかとか。
はい。
I like the little
違う
speech
キャラクタ
bubbles
ーに関しては
of
現時点では
characters
詳
that
細
just
は
may
答えできないん
be
ですけども、
around the
ドラ
world,
ゴンボール
so it
と
lets you know
物語
where
の
somebody
追
is,
体験
so
す
you're
ること
not
に
like
とに
squinting
か
your
く
eyes
注力してい
whenever
るので、そ
whenever
の
you're
点で
trying to
は
find somebody.
フ
It
ァンの
just
方々を
it
がっ
just
かりさ
shows
せ
a
るようなこ
speech
とは
bubble.
ないようなゲームの作りにはしています。
In terms of can the player get behind the control and actually play as another character, I can't reveal anything at this moment, but what I
So, and I
can
wonder
say
one
is
other thing.
we
I
tried
hope
to stay
there's a
very,
way,
very
like
true
once
to the
you
Dragon
get
Ball Z
past a certain
experience.
part
So
in the
it
story,
is if you pick
say
the
like after
and
you're done
read it,
fighting
you'll want to recreate
Nappa
that
and
as
done
accurately
fight
as possible.
Vegeta.
I don't think
I
we're
hope
gonna
there's a
lose
way
the
to
fans
where
at
you
this
can just
point.
turn into Kaioken whenever you want
Now,
to.
the
I
Dragon
think
Ball
that'd be pretty
Zs
dope. And the
are
same
kind of a
thing when you
gray
beat
area, most
Frieza.
recently Broly was
I wonder
Vitamin
if
came
like
in,
once you get
you're
past that
clearly
whole
kind of
saga when
borrowing
you
from
turn
other
Super
parts
Saiyan, you
of the
beat Frieza.
timeline.
I wonder
Will
if
this
they'll just let
incorporate
you
any
turn Super
elements
Saiyan
from the
on the
movies?
spot whenever you want to.
ま
That
あドラゴンボ
that
ー
would
ル
be pretty
の
dope.
映画では結構まあブロリーは一応メインストーリーのラインとして置かれてはいますけど、このゲームに関していろんな違うタイムラインだったり、その映画の要素をちょっと借りたり、まあ搭載する
So
ってい
yeah,
う
you
ような
guys see,
ことはあ
you
ると
guys
思い
saw
ます。
that quick glimpse. It said
基本的にはです
party
ね
and characters. I can't
原
pause it
作
because
ア
I
ニメで
actually
あったドラ
uh
ゴンボール Z の
I don't
物
know the
語
way I
を
have it set up.
通
I
じて
can't
その
like
物語
pause
で
it and
す。
rewind. I don't know why.
In terms of the
I
movies,
don't know what I did,
what I
but
can say
you
is
guys
this
saw a
game has
quick glimpse,
been
quick
designed as really
glimpse
kind of an
of the
immersive
menu. It
experience
said
for the
party,
Dragon
so I'm
Ball
assuming
Z
party
anime
means
TV
me and
series
Piccolo or
experience.
Goku and
そうで
Piccolo,
す
and
ね。
then the characters section is
た
where
だ
I'm
ただ体
assuming
験する
that
だ
you
けで
get
はな
to
くて、
swap out
先ほどの
characters
ハッ
if
ちゃ
you
んのサ
wanted
ブス
to.
トーリーみたいなものもありますし、他にもまだまだ言えないんですけれども、ファンの方々ならきっと喜んでくれるであろう要素をいくつか作り
Bro, I was hoping that they would make a
Of course,
Naruto game
that
like Dragon
is
Ball Z
the
Kakarot.
foundation
Yeah, that's what everybody
and
was
as
thinking.
we kind of
Everybody
teased
was
with people
thinking that
earlier, you saw
Naruto,
Hachan
the
ate
next Naruto game would
robot
be another
ate
open world because One
in
Piece did it,
action. So
Dragon
there are
Ball's
going to
doing it,
be a lot
but no,
of
it's
elements
a
that
mobile
the
game,
very
which is ass.
diehard Dragon Ball Z fans can look
But I
forward
don't
to
know because
experiencing.
depending on
Well,
what it
we
looks
saw
like,
during
because
the
I've
Xbox
been
conference
thinking
trailer,
about dabbling into like the
kinda
mobile
spoiled
game
Frieza's fate a little bit, but
universe, the
everyone knows
mobile
the story
game
pretty well.
world.
Will this go beyond
Depending
the
on what it
Frieza
looks like, I
saga?
might try it out,
ま
but
あ、先ほど
I
の
just
ス
I
テップ
can't put a
の
lot
フ
of
ェザー
time
を
into
で
mobile
す
games.
ね、
The only
まあ、そ
game I
の
put
フリー
time
ザの
into
ス
was
トーリーライン
Legends
はちょっ
and
と
Dokkan,
ネ
but
タバレに
after a
また
while,
みんな
I
フリー
I
ザ
kind
の
of
ストー
get
リーは知ってる
bored
と思
with
うんで
those
すけど、
games. So
まあ、フリーザ
we'll
サ
see.
ーガ
Depending
よ
on
り
what
先
it's look
に
like,
この
what it's
ストー
looking
リー
like,
が
I
描か
may
れるんでしょうか。
may or may not put it on
で
the
すね。
channel
現時点ではそうそうフリーザ編以降についてはま
because
だ詳
I
細
am
の
primarily a
お話
Dragon
でき
Ball
ないんですけれ
anime
ども、まあ、先
channel,
ほど
but
もおっしゃったよう
I
に、
want to like
ファン
spice
の
it up
方々を
sometimes
理解
too
するようなこ
because
とに
I
は
have been putting a
前
lot
々
of Dragon Ball
いい
stuff
テーマを
out
作っている
late as of
あり
late.
がとうございます。はい。
Well, Max, I don't want to sound like a broken record. We can't reveal that as of yet, but I think going
So
back to what you
that
mentioned earlier,
team,
it's going to be a
that
very
team
immersive
special
and fun
ability was pretty
experience for the
dope. Or
fans,
ultimate
and so
attack
we
was pretty dope.
promise not to let them down.
I have one final question. We saw Goku flying around like he does, but also riding on the Kinto cloud, the Nimbus.
That is tight when he's dashing and he's dodging side to
さっき
side.
映像を見ていただいた
That's
んです
dope
け
as
ど、
hell.
先ほど雲
And
に乗って移動してて、
I'm pretty sure this is what they
飛
call
んで移動も
surge
してたん
mode,
で、血が有利なのかと。まあ、飛べるのに
where you get stronger and you get faster. And Raditz has that same mode as well, and that's
さっき
dope.
悟空体験というものをテーマにしておりまして、さまざまな形でですね、その均等に乗ることもそうですし、ご飯を
So yeah,
食べ
guys,
る
I think this is still
魚釣り
definitely
動物飼料であったり
this is still
いろんなことを
definitely
通
getting
じて
pre-ordered by me.
悟空
And mark my words, a lot of the people that are hating on the game
So kind of an
right now,
overarching theme or concept
they're gonna
of
buy
this
the game
is
anyway.
the Goku
Trust me.
experience.
Mark my
So I
words
think
now.
we
You
don't
guys that are
wanna
watching
really
now,
skip on
all the
any
people that
element
said
of
they weren't
being,
liking
you
the
know, immersed
game,
in the body
they
of
said
Goku. So of course, we saw
it's
fishing
lame as
and
hell. They
eating
they said they wanted online, they
Cheating is
wanted
a big part of
created
Goku's
characters.
life.
All them people that are hating on it, when the game drops, mark my words, they're going to buy the game. Trust me. I know, because when Dragon Ball Heroes War Mission, and not a lot of people liked that game when it first came out, because they were like, oh, it's different, it's a card game, blah, blah, blah. And then release came. Everybody and their mama bought that game. I was surprised, because everybody was hating on it, and they ended up buying it anyway. So I'm expecting the same thing to happen with this one, especially with this one, because I don't care what anybody says. They know it looks good, and I know they want to try it out and play it. So when this game drops, everybody's going to buy it, even though they were talking shit about it before it came out.
Of course, will
Trust
largely
me.
affect Goku's
Trust
power,
me.
and it's a part of the core game cycle. How
I just got back
manage
into Legends again.
the
I'm trying to get back into it
elements
again because
of
I
the
saw
game.
that the
That's
first
awesome.
anniversary
Saiyan appetite is a big part of
Super
that.
Saiyan Blue Goku and
Well,
Vegeta,
I'm
and then
dying to see more of
Vegito
this.
and
I
Golden
really,
Frieza
really hope that you
are
encourage
the new
departments
cards on there.
like
So I'm
Piccolo
trying to
and
get back
Goku have
into
to
it
go
and
to
trying
the
to pull
driver's
those
license
cards.
department and get their driving test.
And I heard they added like a
あの
new mechanic to the
僕
fight,
が
so
あの
it's
免
pretty
許証
dope.
取りに行くシーンはすごい楽し
So
み
that
に
was the end of
It's the best filler
なるほど。
episode.
はい。
the gameplay trailer.
なるほ
So
ど、そこですね。
I guess I'll
まあ、
start
現在
wrapping it up. If
何
you
も言え
guys
ない
have any last thoughts, I'm just gonna play the original trailer one more time. But if you guys have any last thoughts or anything to say about the game, let me know now. We'll talk about it now. Otherwise, we'll just revisit it in a future video. Let's see. Man, CC2 did their thing with that, or did their thing with this game. Like, cutscenes in Storm were always, like, nice as hell. And I feel like they retold the story of Naruto sometimes better than actual anime. Like, look at that. I know playing through that is going to be dope as hell when you go to the Namek Saga. Oh, man. So, yeah, I just can't wait for this game, guys. Just wanted to, you know, talk to you guys about the game, what your thoughts were. It sucks that we have to wait till 2020 to get it, but the good thing about them pushing it back is that they get to polish the game, work on it some more.